Hey business buddies, it's Jessica here, dropping some more business knowledge. Today's topic is going to be about customer lead flow. Leave us a comment. We love to hear about how you have a process for your customers. Know all about the before, the after, the during, all the details. Additionally, if you have questions, we'd love to get those answered for you. Also, make sure to like us so that you can see more videos. The first phase that we're going to talk about in the lead flow process is customer acquisition. So how are we acquiring our customers? We're obviously doing it through marketing of some sort, whether that be marketing by word of mouth, a Facebook post, TV ad, right? That's how we're getting our customers. We suggest that you're not afraid to do marketing from several different sources and try and run different promotions to know what is going to acquire the best customer for your business. Once you know that, it's really easy to make the sale, right? Well, we want to take a step back during that acquisition process, and we want to make sure that we're already setting the tone for how our business is going to service this customer. Whether you have a service-based business or a product that you're selling, it's important that right from the very beginning, once we've marketed that customer, that we start speaking from our business tone. And that means setting expectations, right? That means letting the customer know that here's what they can expect from us, from our business, from our product, from our service. And doing that in the acquisition phase is super important because it will make the sale and the after sale process a lot easier for you. So, little things that you can do during the marketing phase is sounds simple, but don't overpromise, right? You don't want to set expectations that are unrealistic. You want the customer to feel good once the sale is done. And if you make expectations so high and you're not able to deliver on any of those for some reason or another, it's going to disappoint your customer. So set the expectations as to how the process works for your service, what they can expect when they get your product, and make sure that it's realistic. Don't oversell it. It shouldn't be that hard. You want your customer to, again, feel good once the sale has been made and after the sale is done. So during that customer acquisition process, make sure to start setting that expectation right away. Moving on to the sale part of the lead flow process. So a lot of people will say, once we've marketed them and they become a customer, what do we need to do, right? They've already bought from us. We're good. And that is true in some sense of the word. But if you're going to have a long, successful business, you need to really make your customer remember your business. And that happens during the sales phase, okay? So whether it's a service-based business or a product-based business, making sure that that expectation that we laid out in the acquisition phase is starting to be met during the sales phase is very important. So if we told the customer that they're going to get an email when their product ships, they need to get an email when their product ships, right? If we told the customer that they're going to come into our office and they're going to get a 30-minute service for such and such price, that needs to be what happens. And oftentimes, I think customers feel like they didn't get what they thought they were going to get. And that's the biggest reason for negative reviews and customers not to go use your business again. So during the sales phase, we're now following up on those expectations that we set when we were doing the acquisition. So if our marketing told the customer that they were going to get 10% off if they signed up for 2 services, and they sign up for 2 services and we don't give that to them, guess what? They're going to be unsatisfied. They're not going to come back because you didn't deliver on what you promised. So biggest tips that I can tell you about the sales process is once you've set those expectations, make sure to meet them. Make sure that you follow through with what you said you were going to do. Secondly, make your business memorable. Now, if you're following through, I can tell you that your business is going to be memorable, because there are a lot of businesses that don't follow through with what they promised during the marketing phase. So you're already ahead of a lot of people if you're doing what you said you were going to do. But go one step further and do something with your product or your service that's unique. Make the customer kind of sit back and go, wow, I haven't experienced that before, in a good way. Once you do that, it all kind of comes together for them, and it makes the sale process turn them into a customer for life. So let's talk about the last phase of the lead flow process, and that is after the sale. So you've got the sale, you're happy, the customer's happy. We set our expectations during the acquisition phase. We met those expectations during the sales phase. We're good, right? We don't have to do anything else. Well, not if you want the customer to continue to come back. So a lot of places will send an email and say, were you happy? That's a great way to follow up with your customer. After all, during the acquisition phase, I'm sure that you probably emailed them 3 or 4 times. You may have called 3 or 4 times. But now that you've got the sale, they're not going to hear from you. You definitely don't want to set that tone. You want to make sure that you continue to market this customer, make them your own, right? You want them to use your business, whether it be a service or a product, time and time again. And they're only going to do that if you stay on the forefront of their mind. So this means that you need to ask them how the service was, make sure that they were happy, ask them how they used the product, if what they thought about it is a great way to get that feedback. Sometimes you're going to get feedback that maybe you're not happy with, right? Because they weren't happy. That's a learning experience for you. Knowing what you can do better next time is very valuable information. It's just as valuable as knowing what you did right so that you can continue to do it. So after the sale is made, make sure to follow up with your customer. Don't leave them hanging. Don't not answer. Don't say, I got their money and now I'm done. This is a perfect time to make this your customer for life, to make them constantly come back to your product or your service. Additionally, it's a great time to get that customer to speak your business name. After all, word of mouth is free advertising. And let me tell you, there's nothing better than that. So think about the process of what you can do after the sale is over to really make that customer come back and use your service. Thank you so much for watching the video today. We hope that you got some information that will help your business, and we'd love to hear what you do in your business after the sale is over. How do you make that customer a lifelong customer of your business?